Alrighty guys, picture this. You're a decrepit old bastard, and the one thing that you absolutely hate is when kids walk on your yard. You have two kids walking side by side. One is going a little bit faster than the other one. So because of that, the slower one decides to force him into your grass. Which one do you yell at? If you pick the kid that was forced onto your grass, well congratulations, you are as intelligent as a 2008 NASCAR official. The double yellow line rule. I don't think there's been really anything great about this rule. It's the most controversial thing since Robbie Gordon, and it's also been one of the most beloved things like a 2008 Kyle Busch. But I think the day where everyone finally had enough of the double yellow line rule came at the 2008 AMP Energy 500. The AMP Energy 500 was held at the first week of October and was the fourth race of the chase for the Sprint Cup. There was a lot of surprising things throughout the entire race. One, Travis Kvapil was on the pole, very surprising. Paul Menard and David Reagan finished second and third, very surprising. Brian Vickers caused a multi-car accident, not surprising. And the two drivers that missed the Talladega race were Sam Hornish Jr. and Patrick Carpentier, both IndyCar drivers. When does the controversy happen? Well, it happened on the last tri-oval of the last lap in the race. In the end, it was between the number 20 subway machine of Tony Stewart and the 01 machine of Regan Smith. Regan Smith was racing for Dale Earnhardt Incorporated, and he was scheduled to be in the car for 34 out of the 36 races. The only ones he was missing were the road courses. The year really wasn't that great as he only had 3 top 20s throughout the entire year, but everything seemed to be coming together here in the second race at Talladega. On the final lap of the race at Talladega, he was doing everything he could to get around the number 20 of Tony Stewart. He finally had an opportunity going into the tri-oval when he was able to get on the inside of Tony Stewart. But something very interesting happened. Tony Stewart, instead of staying up on his lane, decided to move on down and force Regan Smith below the double yellow line. Now, of course, the rule goes, if you are forced below the double yellow line, the driver who forced you down is the one who gets black flagged. However, NASCAR decided that that was not the case in this situation. See, NASCAR came to the agreement that Regan Smith went below the yellow line by himself rather than Tony Stewart forcing him below, while Tony Stewart will go to victory lane, being actually his first and only win at Talladega. During the interviews after the race, Regan Smith was clearly frustrated, and even the announcers at some point were frustrated. I mean, I think people started to see that this rule was really flawed, and there was actually a lot of difficulties enforcing the rule. However, NASCAR still sticks to this rule to this day, and there's still controversy that goes around with the double yellow line rule. Luckily for Regan Smith, he would claim his first and only victory in the Cup Series, but many people say that his first victory came at the 2008 AMP Energy 500.